I started the recording.
What recording?
You know, the thing that you have on your screen.
That's a screen share. That's not a recording.
Well, I am recording that what is being shared from my screen to your screen on Skype,
Why?
so you can more or less see what's going on.
But
As
we have the screen share for that. And why are we
ex-
drunk?
because that's what happened before the last mission. We were drunk gardening.
Oh, makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Let's just get out this. It's a better way of walking around if you have a sword.
That dog seems to be looking for something. Watch those Echinops thorns, pup. What are you guarding?
I actually never managed to find out what.
That dog seems to be... Watch those... What are you guarding?
I actually never found out what he was like looking for. Although, considering the origin of Echinops and how there was an armor of some guy. Oh. The beast went to say hello. How there was an armor of some guy that clearly wasn't the... Just freaking... Stop doing that. Okay, so as I was saying, we have not found a book about the Echinops, but from what I remember, they always grow on a place where where there is a corpse. I believe it's of a person who was murdered.
Well, why don't we just go murder someone and then, one will grow?
I don't really know if you would want a plant that shoots poisonous darts to be growing in your garden. I mean, they do
Why the
look
fuck not? That
nice.
sounds awesome.
I mean, they do look pretty nice with those vines tangled around human bones sticking out of the ground. It looks pretty damn metal, but it's just kind of inconvenient. I mean, think of children.
What
But
do you
yeah,
mean, think of children? Children shouldn't be in our fucking yard in the first place.
that's a fair point. But considering how he had that armor that clearly did not belong to him, it may be possible that there is somebody in this garden, like under it. It's good. It's good to remember that. But yeah, let me just quickly see the map. What the time is it? Okay. Alright, so we can actually do this one side quest with the shrines. The closest one is here, so let's just go there. Let's get the smite. Oh, it's a ghoul. Don't care about you bandits. What's pretty cool about getting although actually I will try this right now. Come on, ghoul. Come on, ghoul. I know you want me. I know you want me. Yeah, the people will actually get engaged in the fight.
Unfortunately, they're unaware of how drunk and stupid we they are. So I say kill people.
Kill! Kill!
That was totally not an accident.
It wasn't.
Experience is experience. And that traveler just completely went by, did not look in our direction, and he's better off that way.
Indeed. Indeed.
Why don't more people do as he did? They would not be dead. Okay, here is one of the... I did not even get close to him and he was already... Yeah, with dogs with rabies, you just click on them and they immediately turn into those the green monsters.
The bark
But
spawn.
sadly, this one did not have the ingredient that I need. But yeah, let me see the map. Yeah, I'm on the right way. Good. Have a fire. Money is money. I believe I may have done some side quest for this guy. Let's talk to him.
Greetings.
No, I have
Take
not.
care.
Okay, now we're not drunk anymore, so I can actually walk normally. Well, Geralt is still pretty buzzed, but he can. It does not no longer appear as one of our status effects. Let me just put it here. But yeah, as you may have guessed, this will actually have absolutely no effect on how many beasts actually appear, because as you see, they're just they're spawned just free in front of the shrine. They do not give a fuck about the eternal flame. Next thing we'll see, I'm gonna start calling the dwarves in this game dwarves, like Princess Crown does.
I thought that's what they were called.
Oh well, they can be called if you want.
Are there tarantulas in this game?
There is a lionhead spider cult, if you're into that.
Nah, not today.
Okay, this one actually has remains, so I will be able to maybe any day now. No, sadly no. I don't know if it's actually going to be possible for me to get all of the required things for the for that side quest before I finish this chapter, because those dogs don't seem to be giving me the thing that I need. And the freaking ghost dogs just are like freaking spook and do not cooperate. They just want to go to Pizza Hut. Not this one. Shrine. Dead. speaking of the ingredients, I was talking about one side quest in the second game that you can kind of sort of finish without the game actually giving you credit for finishing it, and that is because of how they formulated the side quest. As in, you have to make this very particular potion, which consists of this flower, that flower, and yet another thing, like some sort of moss or whatever. But the thing is, because of how the system, the alchemy system in this game works, it was still going to work with just about anything that possessed that the substance that was in that ingredient. So if you used just about any other ingredient in place of any of the ingredients that made that, what time is it? Okay, I still have time. In place of the ones that the game wanted you to use, you will have not finished the side quest.
Weird.
Yes, and it's funny because it's actually one of the story side quests. On top of that, and
weird.
yeah, I mean, if it was a small side quest, I would just dismiss that. But you know, although there were a lot more weird things in the original release of the first game, which is what I of the second game, I mean, which is what I played. Okay, let me just save it quick. But yeah, what's also funny, the game will keep on thinking that you have not done that, because you need that potion in order to survive the poison of the monster. And if you just get, I think if you get hit by it once, you're pretty much done for. Unless you have your shield up. And that fight overall is kind of difficult because in the original release, unless you played it in... oh god, I'm dying. Unless you played it windowed, that fight was literally impossible to win. Because of a glitch.
What?
Because of a glitch, yes. It's the original game is pretty. The original release of the second game is very mysterious in its ways. But yeah, let me wait a little bit because there is like a whole pack of drowners, and I need to take the thing that guy dropped. Thankfully, unlike corpses of regular enemies, the story, or rather quest important corpses do not never disintegrate, even if you decide to leave the place. Even if you decide to leave the place and like go through a door and go back out again, they will still be right where you left them. Also, this trophy right here, this is a pretty annoying mechanic actually, because you have to have a proof that you killed a monster, right? But you only can carry one of them at the time. But thankfully, it's the same as with the freaking the remains. You can leave them just about anywhere in the overworld, and they will never disappear. So let's just kill all of those drowners for some experience while they're actually still worth anything. because they will eventually start giving you like 1 experience, which is kind of stupid because, you know, this game does not have the Super Mario RPG way of, you know, a given amount of points will always give you a level up. Just freaking kill him already. But yeah, later on they just die by you touching them once. So, and the guy that we just killed as a sort of a quest boss monster, whose name was Nadir. His enemy class is not actually called Nadir. It's just some other variation on drowned. I think it's called Drowned Dead in the English release. We can't exactly see it here, but his their monster design is almost exactly the same as Drowned, unless you have the like the prompt that gives you the name of each object on. There is no way of telling a difference. I believe one of my friends told me that they're like slightly taller, but at the same time, unless you have a drowned around them, one of them, you really can't tell.
I would imagine.
Yeah. Alright, how late is it? Oh, okay, I can still finish the side quest. What was the other thing I wanted to talk about? You think of something, Stan.
Grass. Does it kill you in the game?
Sadly, no. As far as I know, there is no grass, and also the floor is not deadly either. There are no obstacles such as the ones in the Ultima series.
That makes me sad.
Although there is some cruelty towards children, even though you are not the one, you're not the one being cruel to them. So it's not exactly the same.
Right.
But it's not a. That really wouldn't be within the character of our main hero, whereas like the way they made his character is actually a pretty interesting take on an amnesiac hero. Hello there, Beast. Simply because like most of the times whenever they make an amnesiac hero.
Yeah.
They just do it so that you can have your own character, or a person who does not have a character and is just you doing all of the things that you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here, they actually pulled it off pretty nicely because you have a character who's already established, like in the books. But he just does not remember anything. And if you go by how he is in the books, like for example, look at that. Look at this this way. You have a lot of choices, but there are still things that you're not that you won't do, that he won't do, or he will just automatically find like outrageous. So yeah, he still has the same character, he just lacks the memories, and he uncovers them all throughout the game. There is like there are some choices that kind of contradict how he was in the books. But it's also nothing that in a given situation he wouldn't do. That's kind of how it goes. Am I going in a... yeah, alright. I just thought those bushes were a mark of an invisible wall right in front of me. And there is gonna be one more okay, there is a dog, but... so far I just had no luck finding the thing that I need. I just have no luck with those dogs.
Or in general.
And why does this one still have a health bar even though he's dead? I don't get this. Okay, the last shrine. I was constantly looking at the time because the old fart was really particular about me finishing this quest before the sun rises. Oh, and they actually disappeared.
Now
That's
you
actually
know.
pretty interesting. That's actually pretty interesting. I don't remember it happening. Abigail, Campfire Inn, Place of Power, Circle of Elements. I would have to go a long way back in order to get to him, so let's just go to the script. So let's head back. I think it's in this direction. I do have one I did make one elixir of seeing in the darkness, so that's good. I will be able to actually explore the place. Yeah, whatever. Attack him. Is he like... Yeah, because sometimes he will just stand around there, trying to attack him, but sometimes the enemies, it's like they're getting... he's like getting stuck on the geometry, and he just cannot proceed with the attack. Thankfully, the our ingredient thingamajig is almost limitless. I say almost because you can get like up to 99 of each thing, as opposed to like 10 of each thing, like it is here. But yeah, let's save here. So speaking of saving, this game is really weird about this, because you know how in games like Skyrim, for
Seems
example,
the contents of that bottle caused the woman's death. The ghouls came for her remains.
And actually a good thing to remember, because this was the girl that Mikul told us to find, and she apparently drank the contents of that bottle, which was a poison. She was killed after. Well, no, she was gnawed on by the monsters after she drank the bottle, so it wasn't the monsters that killed her. It's good to remember that. Alright, and now we can see in the darkness. What other potion I can... Endurance, regeneration, unknown potion. I don't feel like experimenting right now. Actually, no. I'll see how strong the monsters are here before I waste anything more. What's pretty funny, every time you use a spell in the when you're under the effect of cat, it will completely black out your vision. I always thought this was a pretty neat effect. Simply because, you know, it is a magic potion, and for that point you're actually exhausting yourself using magic. So yeah. Oh, and we completed another quest. How nicely. I will be using a swallow. I want to use this. He's in the middle of doing the freaking animation, so he can't. And now let's proceed. Now, Stan cannot see it right now, but because my toxicity has went significantly up, like above 50%, I am now starting to like see weird things. Oh, wonderful. Now we get the fire spell. The second and the only other useful spell in the game. Alright, and we completed yet another quest.
So many.
Yeah, in this regard, this game is pretty well made, because it's not like... oh, another corpse, how nice. And a loaded one at that. Like every time you go into a certain location, they always associate like multiple quests that can be completed in that particular area. So it's not like you're going to the other side of the world to kill this one particular monster. And right now I'm going to switch my